To all the Form 4 students, today I am creating the video to teach you how to prepare for your final exam. So please follow my YouTube so that you are well prepared for your coming final exam. Alright. So this is a set question for paper 2. So first of all, we will label the number according to the region. So one region, you put one number. It's just that you put color for the region. So for R, you have 4 and 5. Alright, so you can list out your R, 4 and 5 down there. Later, we want to do the intersecting. And for Q prime is called as complement of Q. Complement of Q, it means that you cannot take any elements from Q. So that means you can only consider 1 and 5. So I will list down my Q prime is 1 and 5. Alright, so you list down Q prime is region 1 and 5. Then based on the two regions, we are going to find the common element. The similar one is 5 because of the intersecting. So the same element is 5. So we will shade the region 5. So this is the best method to solve the question involving shading of the set. Now next one we will do B. For B, first of all we will put the number first, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then for set P, okay, set P consists of 1 and 2. So you will highlight 1 and 2. You can write down 1 and 2 for P. And intersect the Q, we have 2, 3, and 4. So we list down 2, 3, 4 for set Q. And union, we just write down union. And the R complement, the complement of R meaning that we would consider all the elements out of the R, which is 1, 2, 3. Alright, so we will list down 1, 2, 3. So we will solve the bracket one first, which is Q union R prime. So Q union R prime, you will have 1, 2, 3, 4 and 1, 2, 3. So for union, we'll consider all the elements, and if the elements return, we can only write once. If you're repeating, we will write once only. So we have 1, 2, 3, and 4. We consider all the elements. If repeating, we consider once. So that means we have 1, 2, 3, 4 for Q union R prime. And 1 and 2 is intersect with the 1, 2, 3, 4. So the common elements is 1 and 2. So we will shade 1 and 2 for the answer. Okay, for this question, it might come out in your paper 2 for final exam Form 4. Without using matrices, you are asking to calculate the value of x and y that satisfy the following simultaneous linear equation. So first of all, we will express one unknown into another unknown, x equal to negative 6y minus 23. We label as equation 3, and we will substitute the equation 3 into equation 1. So 2, when you see x, you will put negative 6y minus 23 minus 3 over 4y equal to 5. And you expand and simplify your y, you will get y equal to negative 4. So then this is number 4. In order to find your x, you have to substitute your y into your equation number 3. So finally, you will get the answer for your x. So x is negative 6 times negative 4 minus 23. So your answer, x is equal to 1. Next question is about the area of the shaded region. Is given 28 centimeters square. Determine the length of MN. So first of all, you have to find the area for the triangle, but the area of the shaded region is 28. So we will focus to the big triangle LMN. Okay, the height is LM, which is x plus 2, and then the big triangle, the base is m n. So you have to take 5 plus x plus 3 for the base. And the small triangle is LMA, which is height still the same, x plus 2, and the base is 5 for the small one. For the big one, the base is 5 plus x plus 3. So we will use an area for the big triangle, which is 1 over 2 x plus 2 times 5 plus x plus 3 minus 1 over 2 x plus 2 times the 5. The small triangle, the base is just 5 and is equal to 28. Okay, is equal to 28. So we will simplify by multiply every term by 2. So if you look at the triangle, the small one, the base is 5, and the area for the balance after you minus the small one, the big one is x plus 2 is height of, you can call as base, 5 plus x plus 3, okay, minus 1 over 2 x plus 2 times 5 equal to 28. So we choose the big one minus the small one, the big triangle minus the small triangle. Okay, and you see the mn is actually 5 plus x plus 3. So now we will simplify the algebra. So I will do expansion. So x plus 2, 5 plus 3 is x, so x plus 8 minus 5x plus 10 equal to 28 times 2. So I have to times 2 because there is a half there. So it becomes x squared plus 10x plus 16 minus 5x minus 10 equal to 56. Okay, so there is a minus, please do it carefully. So after expand, you will get a quadratic equation. Then you need to factorize your quadratic equation properly, and you will have two answers. One is x equal to 5 and one is x equal to negative 10. Now because x is the length, so you have to choose the positive value of the x. So x equal to negative 10 need to be rejected. So your x should be 5. So the mn is 5 plus 5 plus 3. So the mn is 13, 1, 3. That is the final answer for this question. mn is 13. For this question, it's actually your Form 3 basic. Let's see the question. Diagram 5 shows a composite solid formed by the combination of a cuboid and a right prism with square base at the rectangular plane CDKL. The trapezium ABGF is the uniform cross section of the prism. So please highlight the prism with square base. So okay, the square base, so they are given you all the measurement 5 centimeter. So it's a square, so it should be equal length. You're asking to find the volume of the composite solid. Composite means combined. So volume of the cuboid plus volume of the prism. Okay, cuboid is 3 times the length is 3 plus 4. Okay, and the width is 5. Okay, so we will take 3 times the 5 times the height, which is 3 plus 4. Okay, so then the prism, the formula for prism is cross-section area times the height. You need to focus to the prism because the prism is having the trapezium as the cross-section area. So you need to find the area for the trapezium first. So it's 1 over 2, 5 plus 3. 5 plus 3 is the two parallel line. 5 plus 3. Okay, then you times with the 5. Okay, that is a 1 over 2 a plus b times the height. Okay, the height is 5. okay, half a plus b times the height, and you have the another height which is the distance between the two cross-section area. So always be careful when you find the volume for the prism is 1 over 2, 5 plus 3, the 5 plus 3, the two parallel line is a pair of parallel lines, times with the 5, half a plus b times h. And the difference between two cross-section area, that is called height again, or we call as distance. So there is another height which is 5. So be careful, there are two heights there. So then the area for the prism can be 5. So finally your volume for the combined solid or composite solid is 205 cubic centimeter. Next, we will discuss another question which is math reasoning. State whether the following sentence is a statement or non-statement. Okay, 3x plus 5 equal to 8. So this is non-statement because you cannot determine whether the statement is true or false. And because there is an unknown, so we cannot decide whether it is true or false. So hence we say it's a non-statement. Okay, so for B, complete the premise 2 in the following argument. For argument, we have 3 types. So we have 3 types. So this is belongs to the type which is if P then Q, P is true, then Q is true. So we will just write y equal to 5x plus 7 because the conclusion there they give you the 7 is a y-intercept of the straight line. That means the C is 7. So you need to substitute the C equal to 7 and write under premise 2. Okay, so that we have another type if P then Q, not Q, not P. So next we will discuss C. The number of subset of a set can be found by using 2 power n, where n is a number of elements. It is given that set A consists of 2, 4, 6, 8. Make one conclusion by deduction for the state. So to make conclusion by deduction, we just substitute n equal to 4. So the answer is 2 power 4, which is equal to 16. Okay, the next question is equation of the straight line. This one you learn in Form 3. In order to find the x-intercept, you need to let your y 0. So you substitute y 0 and you solve your x. And the values of x is your x-intercept. So you have to write down x-intercept equal to -2. Find the equation of straight line AB. So for this question, you have 2 parallel lines. So if lines are parallel, their gradient are equal. So gradient of line AB equal to gradient of line CD. So the gradient can be obtained from one of the line given, which I just read is -half. So then I will use the same gradient because they are parallel, and I will substitute the point lies on AB, which is 6, 1. Okay, I substitute y equal to 1. Gradient, I will use a gradient from the line CD, -half, and I substitute the point 6 into x plus c. I use a formula y equal to mx plus c, and you solve, you will have the c equal to 4, and then you have to rewrite your equation again. So y equal to -half x plus 4. So for next one, we will find the equation of straight line BC. Because the straight line BC is cutting at the x-intercept -2, so the equation is x equal to -2. X equal to x-intercept for a vertical line. So the next one is about the graph of the speed time graph. So the question is asking you to state the duration of the time when the particle move with uniform speed. So it's a horizontal line. with the time interval is 6 minus 4, which is 2 seconds. Next, we want to calculate the rate of change in speed, okay, of the particle in the first 4 seconds. So when you see rate of change of speed, you have to find the gradient for the first 4 seconds, the line in red color. So you can label as 0, 0 and 420, and then you find the gradient for the line, which is 20 minus 0 over 4 minus 0. So the answer is 5 meters per second per second. So it's a positive gradient. So that is called rate of change. And finally, you are given the average speed of the whole movement in 10 seconds is 18.4 meters per second. So the average speed is equivalent to total distance over total time taken. So now you're asking to find the value of V. So first of all, we need to find the area under the graph. Because area under the graph representing total distance. So, okay, we will multiply the 18.4 times 10, and then we will find the area for the movement in 10 seconds for the whole journey. So we will calculate one by one for the area of the trapezium. Okay, so you can just substitute, okay, the value for the difference between the 6 and 10 is 4, and then 1 over 2 times 6 plus 2 times 20 plus 1 over 2 times 20 plus 3 times 4 equal to 184. I'm using 2 trapezium. Okay, if you want to use triangle also can. So you simplify your answer carefully, and your answer for V is 32. So now we want to find the perimeter for the whole diagram. So we start with the Q to T, which is down, it's a straight line, and then plus the arc length TS, and the SP is a straight line, and the arc length PQ is the arc length for the bigger circle. Okay, now we will just add up 14 plus 14 plus 14. For ST is 40 over 360 times 2 times the pi times the radius, and the SP is because the O to Q is 28, then O to P is also 28, so OT is 14, so then SP is 28 minus 14, so SP is 14, right? Okay, then the arc length for the big one, for big sector is 140 over 360 times 2 times the pi times the radius of 28. So you must choose the right radius so that you will get the answer for the perimeter for the whole diagram. So the final answer is 1342 over 9 is the best answer in fraction. Next, we will focus to the area for the shaded region. So we need to find the area for the bigger sector, and the area for OTS is a smaller sector, so that one we can find. But the area for the bigger sector, you need to minus out with another sector in white color so that you can get the area shaded in yellow color. So area for the OPQ can be found using the formula, and we need to minus out the area for the white sector inside there. So now we have to find the area for OTS first. So it's 40 over 360 times 2 over 7 times 14 square. Make sure you double check your radius. And we have to plus the area for the bigger sector, which is 140 over 360 times 2 over 7 times 28 square, okay? And you need to minus out the smaller sector, which is also 140 degree over 360 times 2 over 7 times 14 square. Then finally your answer, you need to write in fraction. So the answer is 787/1/9 centimeter squared. This is the best answer. If you give 2 decimal places, you have to round off correctly. So my dear student, that's all for today. See you. Bye bye. Have a nice day.